Well, hello, my fellow Voice of the Rings members, to another episode of Voice of the Rings. Alright, so I assume you've already heard that there is a new animated movie, or I think it's a movie, not a series, but I believe, called The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, which is pretty cool and will be based on the battle of the history of the Rohirrim, just a little bit before the Lord of the Rings, and it's about one of the legendary kings of Rohan. Stone. I'm thinking of the dwarf, not the dwarf. Hammerhand, that's his name. The King Hammerhand, right? Of Rohan. So that's gonna be pretty freaking exciting. So, because of that, I thought today would be a very fun thing. We could do a tour episode. This is a LOTRO Tour playlist. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I do voiceovers. That's why it's Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Solid Iron Shield. But I mainly have my main playlist, a LOTRO Tale. But I also have this playlist, a LOTRO Tour. And to celebrate that new series that will be coming out in probably a year or so, I'd assume it was just announced, we will be exploring Helms Deep today in our tour episode. Very exciting. By the way, if you'd like to know more about the Helm Hammerhand, the king, the legendary king, I would suggest looking at Nerd of the Rings channel and watching his lore video on it. He just put out for the same occasion for this new series that they're making come up, that they're going to be creating. It's a very good video. Nerd of the Rings is a fabulous job of doing lore and history. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So go and check his video out, like that one, subscribe to it, and please, while you're here and you like this, we're going to do this video based on exploring Helm's Deep on Lord of the Rings Online, because namesake of the legendary king, that is why we have Helms Dike, the Hornburg, Helms Deep. That is why it's called that. It used to have another name in history, which you can also find on that lore video. But today we'll be exploring Helm's Deep, and please give this video a like and a subscribe and share. I'm trying to get people to know the channel a little bit more, Voice of the Rings, and it's very exciting because I've just had someone who's very kind and left a little message on my channel, and at the time of me recording this video, you may be in the future, and I may have lots, you might laugh at this in the future because I'll have many subscribers, but at the time I had less than 50 subscribers, so I had someone leave me a nice comment, said, in a nice way, you are a very underrated YouTuber, as in he liked it, he liked the video, he subscribed, right? Like he just found it. I've only been doing this for a little over a month. So, that was very kind, it meant a lot to me, you know who you are, and encouragement always great in that way. I also have a Patreon page, guys, all that kind of stuff in the future. But, you know, you might laugh at me in the future if you're watching this and I have thousands of subscribers. I mean, maybe that will be the case. That would be very fantastic. Alright, so enough of that. Let's start our tour of Helm's Deep together, shall we? It'll be very fun. Alright, so we're here. I'm on the north end opening. So this is looking out over let me give you a quick little overlay. So here is Western Rohan in the Lord of the Rings Online. So let's just give a little bit of, I always like to do this with my tour episodes. Let's go up to the top, right? I love geography in Lord of the Rings Online. So we're going to do a little geography. So, Middle Earth, right? Well, we all know Rohan's kind of in the center, right? It's below the Misty Mountains. It's north west of Gondor, up in this valley area. So then we'll go to, it's technically in Rohavanian, the region. There's like a few main regions. There's Eriador. There's Rohavanian, which is like this, and then Gondor and stuff is kind of in its own, Gondor and Mordor are kind of their own regions. They're not really in Eriador. You could technically, because I think Eriador is kind of a bordered like right here, right? Kind of like this area, this square, where this circle's Eriador. By the way, this awesome, epic Rohan music, this is all done by Chance Thomas, who's I got to interview in person myself. So that was pretty fun, an hour interview, and he's an awesome guy. He even signed my copy of his music, my hard copy, so that was pretty cool. Alright, anyway, so Rohavanian. So then we go down here to Rohan. There's several parts of Rohan split up, right? Rohan's kind of this whole area left of the falls of Arunros, the Great River. So we have East Rohan, and then we have West Rohan. West Rohan has Edoras in it, right? The main capital in this time. And then Helm's Deep is over here. I am right here on that red arrow. So we are going to go in and explore. A lot of people don't realize from the movies that there was actually an outer wall out here in Helm's Dike Like, so it's like a defensive wall, and then there's actually, and then another wall. In the movie, they just march into the valley, and you don't see that in Peter Jackson's The Depth, right? One of the best cinematic battles of all time, right? Helm's Deep battle in the Two Towers, right? In the movie's Peter Jackson. So, let us begin on tour. Alright, so I will close off this here, so we can see. So that's looking out from it. So this is into the valley, right? In Lord of the Rings Online. There you are. There's a small bunny just for us to see right here on the ground. All right, let's move on. Let's move in together. I'm gonna walk because it's a little smoother than being on the mount on my horse. I want you guys to be able to see everything. So as you can see, so this is like the outer defense. It's not really a wall. It's called Helms Dike, but it is a defensive position. There's a rock formation. There's little spots you can get up, but it's very defensive. So in the books, they actually defended this as well, which is another thing even in Minas Tirith people don't realize. When we ever do a Minas Tirith, I'll talk about that more. But there's an outer wall that kind of protected the farms, and that wall got breached very quickly. You also see it in some of those old games, like the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, and Return of the King. The old like games where you're just playing a character and fighting as Aragorn or Legolas or whatever, Gimli. They also show that there's an outer wall in that game, which is kind of cool. Alright, so here's the front gate here. We have Gamling the Old, which you probably... I believe he's the same Gamling we have in the movies. Right? This is their version of him in the game. Here's Gimli. He's helping them out. You help him with a quest here. Hello, Gimli. It's good to see you. Does he talk when I click on him? No, he does not. Alright, well, we will continue in. And my friends, here is Helms Deep. By the way, they do a similar look to the movie because they take Tolkien's descriptions, but they do more, they try to follow the books in Lord of the Rings Online. But it's still, it looks like the movies, right? They still, because it's the same description. Alright, so, now according to that new thing coming out, Helm Hammerhand, a little bit of lore, right? He came out here when they were trapped behind the walls of Helm's Deep. He'd come bare-fisted, right, into the snow, and he would just sneak up on the enemies that were encamped in this valley and outside the Dunlin things. This is hundreds of years before the Battle of actual Helm's Deep, the one we know in the movies. And he'd just kill enemies bare-fisted, right? The story of Helm Hammerhand was one of these Dunling leaders came to his Edoras and wanted his daughter to marry his son, right? Like, kind of forced him in a very rude and not kind way. It was very insulting, right? And he said, well, we can go outside. That's what Helm Hammerhand said. We can go outside. So they went outside, and then he basically, after he was insulted inside the king, he said, now we can fight out here like real men. Something like to that gist. And he punched him one punch and killed the guy. So that is the lore of why he got the nickname Hammerhand. He just... Alright, so anyway, here is Helm's Deep, everyone. We're going to explore all inside it. And by the way, in the lore later, that was earlier, now entering Helm's Deep. There it is, my friends. Isn't that freaking awesome? Let's do a little panorama look around. I'll try to go very slow with the camera, because I've noticed with these tours, if I go back and watch it, if I move too quickly, it doesn't look as good. And it's harder to keep up with your eyes. Also, the recording thing has a better time of getting really good images of the video game once it has a chance to stop, and the game's able to make sure it gets full graphics, micrographics card. So that's back to Helm's Dike, right? Edoras would be that way, right? Like, if you can see it would be going around that corner over there, the mountain. Look at that, though. Isn't that impressive? You can see the sun behind the clouds and fog. Alright, well, let's walk up to Helms. Anyway, this is the spot that in one artwork is just, there's the water coming through here. In one description, Helm Hammerhand is frozen here. Basically, in the end of that story, he goes out at night when they're entrapped here, right? And they're being trapped over winter and they're running out of food. He goes out overnight, barehanded, and coming back, and every time he'll blow the horn of what Gimli blows, right, in the movie, that horn, he'd blow it, and then the Dunlins would be terrified because he come out barehanded in white garbs in the snow, and he'd just find enemies by themselves and just kill them barehanded. Like, that was his thing. And then, like, and he would always, like, basically encourage the Rohirrim, even though they were being attacked by these horrible, evil bad guys that are outside, right? And basically one day he didn't come back, and they saw a silhouette out in the snow out here when there was snow, and they're standing there in white garbs, and it was him, and he was frozen. He had died, but he was standing up, right? Really old king at that point, like frozen standing up. So he was huge and super strong apparently. So that's the end of the lore, and it's a little bit like, oh, that's sad, but it wasn't, because they survived and he helped his people survive, right? And he protected his daughter, which was cool too. Cool kingly dad. Anyway, let's go up here and check this out. He also lost his sons, I believe, though, in the fight. So crazy story. Oh, look at this! Isn't this cool? But yes, check out that lore video by Nerd of the Rings. Awesome channel. He's awesome. He's been giving me a lot of pointers on how to make my channel cool, which has been very nice. I appreciate that. Maybe in the future we'll do some collaboration fun thing with Lord of the Rings Online or something. We've already been scheming in a positive way. Alright, look at this. So this is the front gate. It's almost like more impressive in the game than it is in real life, the front gate. Like fancy wise, you know? Here, I'm gonna go away for a little bit down here in the corner. My voice will be here, but I'm just gonna do that just so you guys can see everything I'm looking at. So here's the front gate. I'm still gonna do it real slow for you guys though, because this is a tour episode. We are touring. So this music you're hearing is like, oh, see, there's little spots for shooting arrows out and stuff. I got little window covers. I don't think I can even get up there. Yeah, I can. Look, so you can see out the window. It's kind of cool. All right, well, let's go explore Helms Deep together. It's pretty cool. They got more guards here. And there's the Hornburg up in there. Dang, man, it's huge. Isn't that crazy? It's so much bigger in person than, like, I mean, the movie shows the scale of it, but, like, the game, I think the game scale may be slightly bigger. Like, I think it might be bigger, the scale of the game. Because, like, let's see. So if I go as far back as I can with my character, see that there's how tiny I am, right? We're just comparing. And then if we go up, right? So I'm really tiny. I'm not even up to that mailbox on the wall there. It's a pretty freaking huge building, you know? No wonder it's hard to break into. There's the stables. Wow, look at this. They've got like pulley systems to bring stuff up. It's pretty cool, right? Here's the back side going around the edge here, around the middle of the Hornburg. So the Hornburg, as you can see, is actually in the movie. They set it into the wall, right? Like there were like layered walls going up, and then it was like in the wall, right? Of Helms Deep. It looks like in this, I believe the Hornburg is like a fortress within itself. And there is a way to go back into the back wall. So let's go ahead and go explore up here. So there's some crafting areas back here for in the game crafting. Like you can cook, or maybe not. Maybe it's just for looks. There's cooking areas. Right, all right, let's go up onto the ramparts here. So we've just gone around. We went in the gate, we went up, and we went around this loop. And we're back right here, okay? So that's where we've been so far. Like to keep track of where we are so people don't get confused, because that's important. All right, so what we're doing is we're doing a little backtrack back to the circle. So we're at the back side of the circle, right, against the mountain. All right, here's more pulley systems. This is how they get resources up to the wall side, which is kind of cool. Oh, and here's like a crafting guy. Oh wow, look, there's like a whole wall in the back of the wall here. Hello there. I think I found one spot they didn't graphically work on very good. But everything else looks great. I don't blame them though. There's probably like no one ever even comes back here. I'm like exploring every square inch of this place for Voice of the Rings. Alright, you guys? Alright. Here we go. Let's do. So here's an armory. Look at all these awesome weapons. Look at this, so cool, dude. Looks like my room. Okay, maybe I'll have to do a video where I show you guys some of my replica weapons. I have a wall right here that's just covered in Lord of the Rings replicas. Ha 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 ha. Weta. Very cool. Okay, so you can just keep going around the circle. So we'll just keep going around the circle here. Okay, so there's more little upstairs on each circle. I don't think I'll do every single little upstep. We'll just kind of look, because that will take a long time. Oh look, they got like a practice range here. Man, there's so much detail they did into this for the game. So see that each one has an upper spot. So it looks like around the entire circle, right? So we're talking about this whole circle, this inner wall. It looks as though they have the underside, they have an up spot that goes into a room there, that goes into a circle wall that goes around the whole way, that has each spot above the room has a ramparts like this. So I think that's what kind of the gist of the design is. It's really cool. And then we're going to go inside the Hornburg here in a minute. And then we're also going to, of course, see the deeping wall. Obviously, we're going to go out to the far wall along the opening of the gorge. I hope I'm using the right words. I think it's a gorge. It's got water in it. It's in between a valley. I'm pretty sure it's a gorge. Alright. It's pretty cool. Look at the mountains, too, behind it. Like, I don't know. I think that's so cool looking. Isn't that cool? It's so cool, right? Like, that's the whole reason we're doing this. This tour Middle-earth. Because this game, I feel, is so underappreciated in how pretty it is. And my goal is to bring it to you in a nice way where you can see it and enjoy it and hear me give you a little bit of descriptions of maybe some history and fun and entertainment. I'll do my best to entertain the dwarf Zolan Ironshield. And occasionally in these tours I'll do a voiceover where I see someone talk, but I'm just using my normal me voice, right? I could go into my Zolan Ironshield voice to make it a little bit more fun. Alright, look, there's the view. So this is the outer wall. So this is like above the, right? Yeah, I don't want to fall. But yeah, these are above the ramparts. We'll go into my Zolan Ironshield voice. We'll bring it down just a little bit. Alright, so this is a beautiful inner like wall that overlooks with battlements the see there's the actual coming up the ramp, and there's the outer wall. I'm having to jump because I'm short and I'm a dwarf, so I have to jump to see out. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Alright, so there's another like battlement. We're gonna go on the Hornburg in a minute. Wow, look at that angle. Look at that. Isn't that freaking cool? It's so cool looking. It's so cool. Wow. That's like a really good screenshot. Snap. Screenshot taken. Ha 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 ha. Oh wait, nope, wrong one. This one. This one? I don't remember which one's the screenshot. I think I got it. Did I get a screenshot? Ah, whatever. We'll move on. Alright, anyway, that's really awesome. We're gonna go up here on top of this real quick. Wow, check that out. Look at that. Isn't that impressive? That is very impressive. Look at the center here. Oh, wow, look at that. So here's this defensive spot right here, right? So this is like the main forward front, right? So look where we are now. Right here, we're at the forward front, basically, of looking out of here. We will explore the deeping wall, too. And you know what? We might even, like, look into the glittering cave just a little bit, you know? Just a little peek inside the glittering cave, you know? I think that'd be kind of fun. And I just realized this is a freaking ballista. Wow, it's huge. Holy moly. Wow. And they have, like, an overhang they built. Probably protect the ballistas. Those things are huge. Look at how big that ballista is. Look at this. Okay, there's me. Look at me to that thing. That thing is huge. Like, I don't even know if there's like realistically that big of ballistas in real life. I mean, maybe somewhere in history people had ballistas that big. I mean, the freaking metal spear that thing shoots could. Gosh, it's crazy. Anyway, look at that beautiful, awesome view. Look at that view. So this would be the place where Helm Hammerhand in the new series we're gonna watch basically were hunted down the Dunlingers as they were encamped in winter, basically sieging them in Helms Deep, and he was killing them with his bare hands. He basically was a bear. No, not that kind of bear. Like, nothing on them bear. All right, you guys, check that out. Isn't that a great view? So that's the Hornburg. As you can see, it even has like almost like a crown look like Gondor, which is kind of cool. And then the horses. All right, we are totally gonna go in here real quick and see this. So there's where we went around the circle, right? And in under all the levels, there's tons of levels. That's why I'm trying to show you guys everything. Like this kind of cool. You can see the people down there and stuff. And there's the main wall. See, it's pretty cool. All right, let's go inside here. Make sure I can't open these. I believe I can go inside there though. Theoden King, guys. It's Lord Theoden. Hello, Theoden. Oh wait, wrong button. Aha, there's the right button. We bow to Theoden. All right. Let's take a quick look around here. Wow, look at this. Wow. I love the mountains with the pine trees on the back too. It's just cool. Like, look at that. That's a cool shot right through the... Right here. That's kind of cool. It's pretty cool, you guys. Thank you for joining me on these tours, by the way. And again, check out my main playlist, A LOTRO Tour, if you want to... that's the main thing I do, where voiceovers, and we do the stories, and I read things, and we see the sites too. This playlist, these videos are a little longer usually, and they're more... We're just looking at all these pretty spots, right? We're looking at every little detail. You know what I mean? Within reason. You know, I'm not going to be staring at the floor. So, there we go. Oh, it's Aragon. Hello, Aragon. Oh, and Éomer. Éomer. Hello, both of you. You're going to bow to the future King of Gondor. And technically the future King of Rohan. Of course, we don't know that yet in the story. Alright, we're going to go into the Hornburg. That is a very large barrel. Probably containing water, right? I think. A little food shed. Oh, look at all these little details they do. Like, look, it's got little, like, cheese right here and, like, all these food sheds. It's kind of cool. All right, let's go inside the Hornburg. Here we go. That's somewhere else in Rohan. Welcome to the Great Hall of the Hornburg, named after Helm Hammerhand as well. Wow. Gotta look around a little bit. Basically doing this with our head. Lock my character's head with my real head in real life. Just kidding. Alright, anyway. Wow, look at this place. It's epic. If I put floating names on, will it show, anyone here have names, or are they just all for looks? Hello there, Mr. Rohirrim. You are very awesome. Yes, you are. Okay. Oh, look, there's like some heroes on the map, on the wall there. I feel like I know who this character is, but... That's cool, dude. Wow, that's quite a fireplace. More heroes here on the wall over here. Like a battle. These look like dunlings, the way they drew this, so I bet you this is like Helm Hammerhand or something in the lore. I don't know. Oh dang, that's legit. All their like hero stories and tales. Look at those giant horses. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that's epic. Is that wood? Wow, dude. That must have been a big tree for one. looks like it was carved out of one tree the way they did it. Maybe they stuck a hooves on. I don't know. That's so epic. Isn't that cool? There's another one. Dang, they're huge. By the way, of course, I'm talking about that from a lore perspective. Obviously, I know this is animated. You guys are like, it's not real one. No, I know, but we have to keep in the story, right? Because this is real in the story. Stories have to be somewhat real. They're what hold us together in the world. I can't go into the back, it looks like. So this is probably the royal seats, basically. I'm sure this is King Theoden's seat. This guy doesn't have a name, but I'm sure he's someone very important if he's sitting to the left of the king. I'm assuming the person that sits right to the king is probably Awen, right? Probably. Maybe Aemir. Oh no, yeah, probably Aemir, because he's like the general. I don't know. Who's it there? So, but I'm sure Awen probably sits at the table too. Yeah. Anyway, look at that. Oh, that is obviously right there, you guys. Helm Hammerhand, right there. It's got to be right there. That picture. Like, that's why I'm making this episode early, with a tour early on Helms Deep, because that series is coming out, and I was like, oh, people are going to want to see Lord of the Rings Online's version of Helms Deep now, right? So I was like, cool, I gotta make one that people enjoy, right? But that's totally him. He's blowing the horn of Helm Hammerhand. Freaking what Theoden and Gimli are like, the helm will sound will sound in the deep one last time, when Theoden says, and Gimli's like, yes! And then he goes and right in the movie, and then the horses come and save everyone. They thought they were gonna die though, but that was pretty cool. I love that part. I get chills that whole part. The acting from Theoden and Gimli, those actors, they did such a good job in the movie. Man, that part's so cool. Come on, you guys know you all love that part. If you love that part, leave a comment and say you love that part, and like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and share the videos if you can. If you think someone else in your family or friend or someone will like really want to see this awesome tour of Helms Deep in the Hornburg, let them know. Let them know. Because everyone likes enjoying this game. And if you want to play this game too, guys, I have another playlist called a LOTRO Guide. Not confused with this playlist, a LOTRO Tour. A LOTRO Guide is me teaching you how to play The Lord of the Rings Online. Help you out, give you little guides, little things on what you know, crafting and other things like that. But our main playlist is the LOTRO Tale, so check that one out too. I got a couple different ones. I also have one on called a LOTRO Battle, and that will be doing instances and raids and stuff. Kind of fun. Sorry, Lord Theoden, we're going to pass by. Let's check out the Deeping Wall, shall we? Shall we? So exciting. Alright, we're going to go check out that wall down there. Oh, there's Legolas. And Sigfirth. Wait. Sigfirth. Yeah, I said that right. Sigfirth. I don't know. I think he's a character in the game or the book. I don't think he's in the movie. Peter Jackson's adaptation. Legolas! How's it going? You see anything with your elf eyes? You're staring at the mountain, I see. Alright, very nice. Alright, so we got sleeping quarters. Lots of sleeping quarters. I'm going to stand on this table and then jump on this bed. Maybe we'll sleep for a while. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to keep exploring! There's another way. Oh, look, there's a vault over here at the back. By the way, we went to... There's another angle of the Hornburg from the right side. Not the wrong one. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Alright. Vault Keeper. So this is actually a person you can do your banking with. And he's got vaults, which is kind of cool. And then that's where we stopped with the when we went around the other way of the circle, right? We went originally like this, and then I went back on the top. We just went like this, right? And we went inside the Hornburg. And now we're going to check out the Deeping Wall, and we'll hit the Glittering Caves real quick. I might do a whole video of touring the Glittering Caves, because they're pretty big in the game, even. Because they're huge in the story, right? Because Gimli founds, right? Gimli comes back with Legolas, right? And they found a dwarven nation, or like, you know, in the Glittering Caves. All right, we're going to go up on top of here real quick. That's in the books. That's pretty cool. Wow, look at that! It's a freaking catapult. That's a catapult. A very Man, dude, that is a serious catapult. These things are crazy. I don't think I can jump on it. I think it's like, yeah, you phase through it. I wanted to like see a little better angle of it, but I mean, you guys can see it, right? There's the catapult. It's huge. You can see. You can just see it's a catapult because the catapult is it has a system. At least this is from my knowledge of medieval siege equipment. Trebuchets usually have a string with a thing, and the part swings and flips and throws the rock or the projectile, right? And you see that in Peter Jackson adaptations in Minas Tirith. When those things are shooting, those aren't catapults, those are trebuchets, because you'll see the wood throw, and it swings like a rope and releases it, right? And it throws it. And I believe that's a trebuchet versus a catapult, which is basically there's a system of levers, and it also has ropes, but the part that flings, right, is actually the stone is on the wood or whatever the hard thing is, and it goes, you know, it's like throwing something. When you take something and just let go, right? We push it, right? That's like a catapult. Where if I had a string like a slingshot, you know, and I threw it, that would be like a trebuchet, right? Exactly, right? And then a ballista is something that has just basically like a bow and arrow, but it's sideways usually, and it pulls a large spear or something, and it shoots it off the top, right? All right, there you go. There's a little bit of I love that kind of stuff. So if you like me telling you stuff like that, leave a comment. If you don't leave a comment. Just kidding. just silly. All right. No matter what, I win. No, I'm just kidding. It's being silly. All right, so there's down below, back behind the deeping wall. Let's go see the deeping wall. How do I get on the deeping wall? For one, I'm so confused. I thought I was getting to the deeping wall, and now I can't. I'm gonna go back up here one more time. Just thought I was getting there. I got distracted talking about ballistas and trebuchets. All right, so there's definitely a way to get on the deeping wall, but how? Do I just hop off here? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, well. Oh gosh. We didn't die. That's crazy. We just fell so far. Yeah, I have a broken leg for a minute. We were like this close to getting sent back to the respawn point. Well, you guys, here is below the deeping wall, since we've had a slight detour by slipping off that roof, onto the ground. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm really slow right now, so we're just going to explore this area down here. Here is the grade. What happened here in the movie, guys? Legolas! Kill him, Legolas! And he's like, Aragorn's like screaming at him in Elvish to shoot that guy, right? And then it like, he brings the thing right here, and right, the wall explodes. The black powder, basically gunpowder made by Saruman. Anyway, so I think that's the spot. I'll look in the middle over here too. We're really slow because my leg is broken. That's why we're moving really slow. Though it actually is kind of nice because you can see everything really smoothly while I move. So there is the main wall built into the wall, and there's Hornburg up there. That is a great shot though. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And now we're behind the wall, right? So this is the deeping wall. Now, there's actually a lot of stuff back here. They have like a water thing to grind. I'm sure that's for obviously not electricity. I'm sure that's for like probably grinding wheat or something, right? Because that's what usually mills and windmills and water things were used for in the medieval era. Now we realized, oh, we can use them to make power, right? Once we learned how to use electricity. So they have a little wall here. I'm assuming that's to keep the water at a certain level or block things from ruining the windmill, possibly. There's the little water wheel. So this is behind the Great Wall. Dude, this music is epic. I feel like I'm talking and like more and more excited because the music's like, blah, blah, like there's a climax. Blah. All right. Some little houses back here. The glittering caves are back there. Right, so that's where Gimli founds his dwarven nation, basically. So now there's a bunch of dwarves living here as well as humans, probably. I want to run up to the top of the wall real quick. I think my leg is unbroken now, right? Yes, it is. I want to see the top of the wall, and I don't know how. Yeah, let's just go look. I'm gonna ride on my horse because I want to be a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. My biggest thing is with these, I try to make my episodes. Oh, look at that. So the glittering caves are back there in that crevice. Going in there. Alright, so here's some of the defensive battlements. Look at that. There we go. And there's where you come up, right? It's where all the hordes of Isengard are going to be, technically in the story, right? Technically, my character's already gone through the battle, so that already happened. But the way MMOs work, every character has to go through it, right? So, like, sometimes your stuff will change for your particular character. A character will move, a hero or something, right? But usually most things stay. Oh, okay, so let me just see. I want to see how to get here. Oh, here's how you get in. So when you're down here, there's a pathway up here through this like dining area, and that gets you onto the deeping wall. I was above it in the sleeping area right here. That's why, and I jumped out that window, and then hit myself on this and slid down and fell over the wall. Sounds like a joke. These guys are probably like, "What's that?" Bonk bonk. Ah! This dwarf, and they're like, well, that's a bummer. All right. Anyway, distracted. Funny though. All right. Here's another catapult. Yeah. See, they had defenses. This guy's like looking out over the thing, making sure everything's okay. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's pretty cool, right? There's the flag of Rohan in the wind. Some more carved horses. So this is where the main part of the battle happened, right? And they've got rocks to drop on the enemies. Probably like flip this and those rocks go fall on their heads. There's actually an epic battle. There's 3 or 4 for Helms Deep. I will do some of those epic battles, okay, you guys? I will soon. And I will have them on a LOTRO battle playlist on Voice of the Rings channel, our channel. I say our channel because I have fun making this for all of us. I'm having fun and you're having fun. That's my goal. That's my goal on this channel. Having fun. Wow, look at this one. That's cool. By the way, if you notice, there's different flag colors in Lord of the Rings Online. They have like there's like 3 different groups that you can be a part of that are like Rohirrim, you know, squads or whatever. You know what I mean? Like regiments or something, you know, like something like that. I think that's probably the right word. Kind of like, I think in like, yeah, like in the like Civil Wars and World War, they were like regiments, right, with different flags. I think that's kind of the idea. Another catapult. So we're on the far end of the wall now, you guys. So where are we? We're right here, right? So now I'm going to run back since we looked at the whole wall just now. We're going to check out the glittering caves real quick. Look at that. Isn't that cool? They got rocks to throw at the enemy. Good luck throwing your rocks, sir. May your catapult be true. I can't jump because I'm on my mount right now. So we'll do this to see over. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So now we're from this side. You can see there it is. There is the Hornburg. There's the whole deeping wall in between us and the Hornburg. The ramp. Right? Sometimes it's hard for me to get a position for you. It'd be nice if I could like go drone mode and like fly right in the game, but you can't do that. So the best thing I can do is like move my camera because my camera's always centered onto my character no matter what. So sometimes I go into my head because it makes a bigger, like not when I'm staring at that, it makes like a bigger opening look, right, to everything. But sometimes I like to go out because it lets me get a higher position. I can go farther back and see more for us, you know? So anyway, there's the Hornburg. That's pretty cool. It's hard though sometimes because if you hit a wall, your character, it'll ride back down the bridge here. So you can kind of see the wall, right? What's in here? Oh, another ballista. Dang, man, they're armed to the teeth, man. Even more than like the movie showed. I mean, makes sense, right? Rohirrim are like Celtic, Viking, Norse, I don't know, Norse people. Look at that, isn't that cool? I'm kind of writing like this because it's a cool vantage for you to see the behind the wall and like looking out. See, when it brings me back, it's because there's a center point in the camera. I won't explain this anymore in this, but there's a center point that's like linked to your character. So if something gets in the way of your character, like that line of sight, it basically what it does is it'll bring the camera close again to your character because it's afraid you're gonna have something not being able to see what's happening with your character, right? So like your character's back here and there's a thing in the way so they can't see, you can't see your character, right? That's what they're like. That's why when I go like, if you notice when I move my center point, Let's see if I get to where this flag is here. See how it moved me up? Boop! And then when I get past the flag, it moves me back. It's worried I can't see my character, right? So that's how the system works. So if you see that back and forth, zoom in and out, that's what you're saying, okay? Future, so you guys know what that is. It's a game mechanic. It's also good to know in combat in this game. So, good little tip. I'll always give tips no matter what playlist we're on in my channel. Alright, so I want to get back down off the wall. So how do I get off the wall without falling off the wall? Oh, yes. Here we go. There's how you get down. Okay. There we go. All right, let's go check out the glittering caves, you guys. So that's Helm's Deep, guys. That's the breach, the deeping wall, Hornburg. I mean, look at that. Look at that view right there. Isn't that cool? It's really an epic fortress. Like, and by the way, Minas Tirith is also really epic, and will probably take us longer to explore. I might even split it into 2 episodes, but I'm trying not to make my tour episodes much longer than an hour. My normal episodes are only 15 to 25 minutes, my LOTRO Tour playlist, because I like smaller episodes. I think it's more fun to be able to just go to the next one if you want to watch another one, or if you're done, you're done, right? If you only have 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to watch a video, you can just watch one and be done. So these are going to be more when you guys have time and you feel like you want to explore some of Middle Earth, join me on the LOTRO Tour. But again, like and subscribe, guys. It really helps me out, and share it. Alright, so here we go. So I believe this leads to the... Can I not get in there? What's happening? Can I go around this? Oh, I can't. Huh. How do you get into the glittering caves? I'm at loss. Hold on. I thought you just walk to the back and you get in the glittering caves. Is this a thing I didn't know about? Maybe, is it only an instance? Because I know there's an, let me open the instance finder real quick. Learning experience for me and you guys. Okay. Glittering caves. Yeah, there's defensive Rohan, epic battle. Can you not actually explore the glittering caves in? You can. You could do it in the instance. But my point is, though, a lot of times, some places will only be in an instance where you have to go into the battlefield and actually be battling, and then you can see everything inside, right? So we might have to do that in the other. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and finish this one, because I don't think you can get in the glittering caves from out here. So what I'll do is I will have the battle, the glittering caves, within a little while. If it's not up yet, don't worry, it will be in a little while. Just come back a day or so from now, and I'll have the glittering caves up, and then we will also have the epic battle of Helms Deep. So, and then we'll explore the glittering caves. So it'll be on the playlist of LOTRO Battle, but it'll also be exploring. We'll kind of mix them, right? So go check that one out on the other playlist later. All right. Well, you guys, I think we've thoroughly explored Helms Deep, and I want to look at the front of Helms Deep one more time. And the front of the wall, because it's the one area I didn't go into the gorge here, so let's just do that real quick. Let's look at the front here. Look at that. Is that not the most epicness right there? Oh, there's grass in our way. Let's do this. Check that out. So this is what the orcs were looking at. And again, we found out there are ballistas up there. There's a catapult right there, right? There's a ballista there. There's catapults up there. There's a ballista inside there. There's catapult. This place is armed to the teeth, man. Like, their teeth have armor on them. Gee. So anyway, there you guys have it. Helms Deep, my friends. Are you guys also excited about that new series coming out? I hear we'll talk about it real fast. I hear that it is, you know, animated, which is kind of cool. Like, I'm a fan of a lot of the good animes, right? I like good animes, clean animes. You know, like, there's one I used to like, Rurouni Kenshin. It's an older anime, but it's a great anime. But those kind of things. But I don't know, or is it going to be more like animated, like the Star Wars series, Star Wars: The Clone Wars series? No, and there's the older Star Wars: The Clone Wars, it's the cartoon series, right? And then there's a newer one was Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the newer one that was animated with more of a, they almost had like a boxy look, but like it looked more, I don't know how to describe it, right? It's different animation, right? So I'm curious if it's going to be, for one, I heard that it was like a film from one of the other channels instead of like a TV series, which is kind of cool. But it's animated, which is very interesting too, right? And live action is good too. And a lot of people are like, I noticed, are like worried because it's going to be animated. It's like, I mean, it's still kind of cool, right? They could still go and make a real live action one in the future if people really like the animated one too, and they're like, we want a live one too. They might do that. Who knows? Maybe Amazon will do that, right? In some extra thing, right? Or whatever, whoever does it, or Tolkien or Line Cinema, right? But remember, this is Line Cinema, from what I hear, making this new series. Line Cinema and Warner Brothers, who did with Peter Jackson, with the original trilogy, right? And they're going to try to stay within Peter Jackson's, adaptation of Middle Earth, right? So things will look the same. We'll have they won't be changing any storyline a little bit, right? The little things, right? We don't want them changing anything Tolkien did, right? Of course not. No. But right, that's my biggest thing with the Amazon series, which is separate from this Rohan one, right? The Amazon series with this in the Second Age or whatever. I hope it's good, and I hope they stick true to what Tolkien said. And I know the Tolkien family made it very clear to them that they actually have a clause in there that they're not supposed to do anything that will ruin the actual main storylines that Tolkien has in the world, right? So they'll probably add a little thing here and there, maybe like in The Hobbit, which like, the thing with the elf and the Keeley and... Okay, I know some people liked it. Some of the girls liked it. Maybe someone else liked it. I mean, I thought it was okay, but I didn't need that. But you know what I'm saying. We'll stop there. Anyway, so thanks so much, you guys, for joining me, and I hope that you had fun exploring. As you can see, it's actually getting darker in the game as the sun is going down. So you heard an owl, and now the night sky is coming out with stars, with a little bit of haze. It's kind of pretty, right? See it at night with the glowing lanterns. It's actually kind of cool to see the sun going down on Helms Deep, It's kind of cool. And again, this is probably the spot where Hammerhand froze to death in the snow after killing so many enemies, and he was like standing frozen, right? Somewhere right here in the gorge. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. And I am excited. So if you're excited about that new series, leave a comment what you think about it. What do you think about like the animated stuff? Like, I'm excited about it because I am someone that likes the animated, like the Star Wars, and I liked anime. Though again, I love live action as well. You know what I mean? So like, but it's kind of fun with animated because I think they can do a little bit more, a little bit faster than the live action, right? With less money, right? But still make it good. You know what I mean? Because people are getting better and better at the animated stuff over the last 5-6 years, So anyway. Thanks again, you guys, for watching. I'm your host and guide, Zullen Ironshield, and I hope that you will join us for more and check out our other playlists. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget right above me will be a subscribe button, and right over there we will have the next episode of a LOTRO Tour, this playlist, and then over there I have our main playlist, LOTRO Tale. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode, my fellow Force of the Rings members. And I'm your host, Zullen Ironshield. Have a nice day in Middle Earth.